Paul showed no signs that there was anything troubling him, that he had, that even for me, that I thought he wanted to talk about anything. And sadly, that Wednesday, the 29th of July, Paul took his own life.
Former Motherwell footballer Paul McGrillen has been found dead in his home. The body of the 37-year-old was discovered at his home in Hamilton last night. Police said there did not appear to be any suspicious circumstances.
Unfortunately, I've never been able to make sense of what happened to Paul and why he chose to take his own life. Paul and I met actually when we were at school. He absolutely loved Motherwell Football Club at that time.
The chance is on now for McGrillen. Can he get there?
And he worked through the ranks. He played with the great Phil O'Donnell, David Cooper. He was part of the hype with the cup final that Motherwell had won. He was an angry man in the pitch.
And the recovery was made by McGrillen. He's in trouble. Paul McGrillen, a tackle on Sammer, which results in a red card for Paul McGrillen.
I don't know, I think maybe he was a bit of a Marmite player. You either loved him or you hated him. But it was good fun. Everyone always says he was great fun.
He was always dead funny, like trying to wind people up all the time.
Same with my uncles and all that, I always done the same with them, I always wind them up, and it was just a good laugh.
I'd always try and beat him at everything. It was never a fun game with my dad. It always ended up so competitive.
It got to a point where I'm saying, please don't take him out to play, because they wouldn't let him win, and then there would be tears and snotters all round.
He was always taking it as serious as if it was a professional game he was playing, so, and I was only about 10 at the time.
He was a doting dad, and he loved his kids dearly. In June 2009, that was our kind of last family holiday together, and we went to Turkey, and then we came home, and then just back to work as normal. He was happy, he'd had a great time, and that was us just kind of, as you do, you get the holiday blues, but you just come back and you get on with it. That morning I had left for work, and I had a major regret because it was so early, it was 6:30, that you just kind of left, you got ready and you snuck out the door. I didn't say goodbye. I went to work, came back, and it was probably it was after tea time, and Paul's car was there, the door was unlocked, but he wasn't about. We couldn't see him. The kids come in and they're shouting for their dad, and we just assumed maybe he'd something on and someone's picked him up, but he'd forgot to lock the door. So we didn't give it any more thought until the hours passed and we couldn't get a hold of him. So I just potted on as normal. I just happened to take a bin bag out to my back garden. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have had any need to go into the back garden, and I noticed the garage door at the back was open, and I just felt there's something wrong. And I knew when I walked in to the garage that something's not right. I didn't expect to find what I found, but and I just screamed really and left the garage. It was awful then at that point, knowing I had to tell 2 children and a whole family that Paul had died. The grief was very prolonged for the 2 children, because as they developed, then they asked more questions and they needed to know more and they needed answers and they wanted to know why, and I could only do my best to reassure them and let them know how much they were loved, how much their dad loved them and loved me.
I was like his wee princess almost. The time I knew him, I knew that he loved me dearly. Pictures like these mean a lot to me because that's what I remember. Looking at it makes me understand that he loved me. For me, it was the sadness for Paul that was his only option. So yeah, I did feel angry, and I felt those kids they're not going to have a dad. But I still always came back to how sad it was for Paul. He's missing out. He has missed out the most. That guilt is with me because I felt as his wife, how could I not see something? How could I not see some sign? For me, everything is fixable. There are people that you can talk to, and to think
that your loved ones are better off without you is absolutely not true.
We're going on a walk for my dad's 10-year anniversary. It's just to raise awareness for mental health.
As a family, group of friends, anyone else that can manage, we're going to walk Tintle Hill.
I think we've raised a good bit of money the now for it. It's going to Sam H.
We thought that was a nice way for everyone to get involved in Paul's anniversary.